Hi everyone, it's me Terry of the Yarn Joy podcast. Welcome back to another video. Today is Wednesday, so it's time for crafting with friends, and it's going to be another visit to my bookshelf. So let's go ahead and get some information out of the way in the beginning of the video. So Saturday I released a video. It was some Happy Mail that I had received, and I edited it, or at least I thought I did, the day before. So the day before, on Friday, I had actually filmed two videos, Free Pattern Friday, and then the Happy Mail video that I was going to schedule to be released the next day on Saturday. Okay, well, I edited and posted the Free Pattern Friday first, and then after I did that, I took my video, and this was on Friday, I took my video that was going to come out the next day, and I would start editing that one. Well, that one, I didn't watch it all the way through because I didn't remember really having to, stop and start or anything. I was thinking, oh no, that one doesn't have any problems with it. Watched a little bit of it, and then I thought, no, it's fine. I was kind of in a hurry, and I wanted to go ahead and, get the video edited so then I could go in and cook dinner and do things that I needed to do. Well, it came out on Saturday. I just scheduled it to come out by itself. So it came out on Saturday, and then within about an hour or two, I guess, something like that, after I had been posted, Susan, hi Susan, thank you so much for doing that. So she messaged me and she said, I think you need to look at that video. I think there's a little section. She told me where that I was, had planned to edit out, and I didn't edit it out. And I was like, oh no, what happened? So I went over there and looked, and at that point there had been about 225 views on it, maybe, or 250, somewhere around there. And so I looked at it, went to the timestamp that she was telling. Well, it's not a timestamp. I mean, I went to that time in the video to see, and oh my goodness. So there was a blooper in there. I think I had, I was like muddling up my words, because a lot of times, like toward the end of my videos, usually, sometimes I have a hard time like ending my video, and so I get frustrated with my words, and I guess, I don't know. Well, yeah, when I had done the Free Pattern Friday video, I think I had trouble ending that video too, but you didn't see that because I edited it out, But I think I was, a lot of times I'll maybe stumble over my words, or I'll say something and then I'm thinking, well, that sounded kind of silly, And so, no, I don't want to say it that way. I want to say it this way, stuff like that. But of course you don't see that. I cut that out. Well, there was a section in that video toward the end of the video where it was a blooper, and I said a crude word a couple of times. Nothing horrible. I mean, for me, because I don't normally, I'm not a person that says curse words. I'm not. This one, not really. It wasn't a curse word, but it's something that I don't say unless I just get frustrated and by myself, and, Anyway, the word came out, a couple of words. It wasn't bad. I know you're probably thinking, well, what did she say? It was just another word for poop. Okay. I just don't normally say that. And so, well, I said it. And then I said something like, oh, I don't want to say it that way. Gosh, I'm not saying that word. I'm not going to say it right now. And then I had like stopped, paused, and then I said it the way I was going to say it, and I meant to edit out that part of it, and I didn't. So for the ones that saw that video and watched it to the end, some people don't. Some people only watch 3/4 of my videos, and then when I'm at the point where I'm kind of signing off my video, then they'll just stop my video and not watch the end of it. Okay, so I think some of you, because I had apologized over on the Facebook group, And some people said, oh, well, I watched it, I didn't even catch it. Or, so I'm thinking, well, maybe they just turned my video off, and didn't catch the ending part, thinking, oh, her video's done, go on to the next video. Well, if you watched it and you saw that part, because I immediately set it to private, redid the video, not redid it, but I mean, I went back to the video and I clipped out that section where I said the poop word. Okay. And then, cut out where I was supposed to cut out. And then, so now if you look at it now, it's fine. Okay. But I do want to apologize to the people that saw that and maybe that like shocked you. Oh, Terri said that, which I know it's nothing like some people talk. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I hear people, not that I'm like Miss Prim and Proper, Miss Goody Two Shoes, I'm just a little bit more old schoolish, I guess, than some people are. I don't know. But there's some people that'll say words right now and it just shocks me when I hear it, like out in public or on a TV show or, something. And I'm thinking, my goodness, they use that word just like it's just a regular word. And it just shocks me, every time I hear it, because I'm thinking, oh, my ears, Anyway, sorry if you saw the blooper. I guess it was a long day that day. I know that I had planned on that my kids were coming over for dinner that night, and so I was trying to get a whole lot of stuff done and finished up ahead of time before I was needing to cook dinner for, get ready for them to come over. And so I guess that's just what it was. And so I'm sorry. I'm human, and I just didn't mean to do that. So if you saw it and you caught it, I'm sorry. Apologize. Please don't leave my channel because I did that. I didn't mean to. Okay, so get that out of the way. It makes me just feel better. My conscience feels better that I apologized, and that definitely wasn't something that I meant to be left in there. Said that, yeah. Anyway, some people were like, what are you talking about? That word is nothing, I mean, there's a whole lot worse words. Well, I know there are, but for me, that's just not me. Okay. Okay. So get that out of the way. Update on my hand. You might have seen it. I raised my hand up and I didn't even say anything about it, but look, yay, the brace is gone. I'm so happy. So happy. Now, I still can't do a whole lot with this hand, but, you may see, I think, can you tell this one is fatter than this one? Yeah. The only reason I can tell is because, see, I still got that black nail. But there's a lot more wrinkles in my skin on this thumb than on this one. This one is still kind of more filled out. Yeah, you see, you can kind of tell that it's still kind of swollen. Okay, so, oh, and my wrist is killing me. I don't know if it was the fact that I had that brace on for so long that my wrist was like immobile, and not moving around. Although I took it off when I was showering and stuff like that. But even though when I took it off, in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, my bone is healing, so don't move your hand too much. And so, I would try to kind of flex it this way, but I tried to keep this all still, because I didn't want to mess something up. So anyway, I went to the doctor on Monday. They x-rayed it, and the guy, the x-ray technician, it was this man, and he was asking me like, how's my pain and all that. And I said, okay, if I don't move it. But I did say that, my wrist was really bothering me. Besides the fact that I can move this, but I can't bend this part too much. And so he even x-rayed kind of up further up my arm. So they got a good look at my wrist also, just for, I don't know, just to do it. Anyway, so then I waited. The doctor came in after he looked at the x-rays. He did not show me the x-ray, which is weird. I should have asked him. Later, after I left, I was thinking, well, why didn't I ask him, to let me see the x-ray? I didn't. I don't know why. I'm sure he would have showed it to me, but silly me, I don't know. I didn't. Anyway, he said it looked good. In fact, he was surprised. He was like, oh, it healed fast, kind of like that attitude. And so, so I guess it's good. So he told me, like, at home, I don't have to wear it. Maybe keep, put the brace on if I'm going to be out and about, because I definitely don't want to bang my hand on something or bump my hand on something just because it would hurt, But he said that I guess the bone is healed. So that's good. So I've been, I been moving it some back and forth. It just, it hurts, sort of, just kind of, and then even like the joints in my fingers and stuff, especially the ones that are that join the hand, down here, is just, I don't know. Maybe it's because it's still kind of swollen, like this muscle up in here. Anyway, see, I can go like that. I can move that one. Okay. But I can't like do that like I do that thumb. I can't do that. I can bend it. See, I did bend it a little bit, but like that's as far as I can go. It's pretty stiff still in here. Anyway, I have actually been crocheting just a little bit, because I'm thinking, because when I broke this hand, which was before I started doing YouTube, they even told me that crocheting was good therapy for it. And so, yes, I have been crocheting a little bit. Just, I don't want to push it because I haven't gone to physical therapy yet. I go to physical therapy on Friday. Okay, so today's Wednesday. So in 2 days, I go to physical therapy and get an evaluation. Maybe she can give me some exercises, tell me what I should do, what I can do, and all that different things. And so I don't want to, like full force, I'm just kind of going by if I get tired, if it starts hurting, which don't take much, then I go ahead and stop. So the only thing I've crocheted on, and it feels so good to crochet. The only thing I crocheted on is I have a scrappy, just a granny square that I've been just keep, adding to, like I did it, not too long ago. I had a scrappy granny square and I turned it into a blanket. I just kept going until it was like 36 inches square or whatever. Well, that's what I've been doing. Something that I don't worry about the tension being different, because I know that my tension, because my grip, I can't pick up anything that's too heavy. I just don't have the grip. And so I know that my tension is going to be off. It's looser than what I'm normally crochet. So I haven't really crocheted on any of my whips, that the ones that I care about the tension being the same. But anyway, it's a good start. And so, yeah. And then I've been doing some more diamond paintings. I finished the one painting, the picture I was showing you. Did I show it? Already finished? Now I can't remember. I don't think so. No, I had a little bit done on the dandelion picture. Anyway, that's finished. I'll show it, I don't know if I'll probably wait till Friday. I don't know if I'll do that type of a video. I have another idea of a video I might do for tomorrow. Talked about that. I'll talk about that in a minute. Anyway, so have a little bit to show you. I'll show you that granny square. And then a little bit of diamond painting that I've done also for this week. But I'll show you that on Friday. As far as what I've been working on Free Pattern Friday. Okay, so anyway, that's an update on my hand. So I'm so grateful that I guess it healed in the right place and all that. And so now it's just getting back down to business, but I'm going to, start off slow and but I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Okay. Oh, and then also like the touch, like not this hand, this is good. But when I touch things with this hand, it feels funny. It's not like a tingle, but my sensation, is different than my good hand. So maybe it's because it's still swollen in here, and it's swollen like around the nerves and stuff too. That's why that, it feels funny to the touch when I'm touching things that, I don't know. Maybe that's why. So, and I'm sure that's going to improve as time goes by. Okay, so updates over. Now let's go ahead and visit my bookshelf. And then I'll talk a little bit about something else. Okay, so a visit to my bookshelf. So I have 4 books and then 1 Blast from the Past book. And then I have something fun to tell you about when I talk about the Blast from the Past book, okay? Okay, so let's get into the books. This one, it's an older book. I don't remember how long I've had it, but it was an older book when I got it. I think I got it from like thriftbooks.com. I love that website. Side note, here's a tangent, sorry, but I love that website. So my son reads to my grandson every night before he goes to bed, okay? And so he's been reading him actual chapter books where he'll read a chapter out of a book. And there's a little book series that's called Magic Tree House. Never even heard of it, but it's got a whole series. There's like 30 books or something. And it's like that Magic Tree House. The tree house is like a time machine type thing where supposedly, I mean, I haven't read the story. This is what my daughter-in-law told me, that they kind of like go back in time or something. And then what it's actually doing is they're learning about different things in history and different time eras, like the dinosaurs, you know, and then, like I said, different types of history type and science information. Anyway, she said my grandson loves it. So I went on Thrift Books and I found about 10 of those books and I ordered them. And so they'll be coming and I'm giving it to my grandson. Okay, big tangent. First book off my bookshelf is this one, Crochet for Caring and Sharing. I think I had seen another YouTuber that had this book, and I thought, oh, that looks like a nice book. And that was actually also back when I was buying the books that were like scrap crochet projects and stuff to do with leftover yarn. And I thought, oh, these little projects will probably have some good leftover or good uses for leftover yarn and scrap yarn, you know. Is it Leisure Arts? No, it's House of White Birches, the company. Okay, so let me show you a little bit. I'm trying to remember what I've actually made out of this book. I haven't, you know, here I'm getting books and then don't make anything. Oh, but I made this. Yes, I made this doll. You see the doll right there? Yeah, there. Oh, that hurts my hand. Yeah, I made that doll. I remember making that doll for somebody. I don't remember who, but I remember making it. It was a fun pattern. I made, ouch, this is the one I wanted to make, but I never did. But look at that. Isn't that cute if you had like a country type decor, although you'd have to, you know, I guess they're all individual squares. Yeah, they are. But looks like maybe they're possibly crocheted together as far as the joins. But I just thought that was a cute blank. I had it marked, but I haven't made it. I just thought it was cute. There's pot holders, different things, because it said, what's it called? Crochet for Caring and Sharing. So it's like things that you could make for gifts for people. I think that's what the idea of it is. There are some, you know, sweaters, some wearables, some mittens, some hats, you know, for different age groups and you know, for men and women and kids. There's even crochet socks. I haven't tried making them, but the pattern's in here. Trying to think, there was something else in here. I think there's even gifts for like pets and stuff, like pet mats and stuff like that. Yeah, and there's Afghans of different sorts. Oops. There was one Afghan in here I thought would be fun to make. This one with the granny squares. Yeah. Yeah, and then there's some kids stuff. That little tote bag right there with the car applique on it, I made that. I remember I made that for, I don't remember what it was. I think it was for charity, a donation, you know, for some charity. Here's actually like an Afghan slash sleeping bag. Haven't made that, but I thought it was cute. They even got sleeping bags for Barbies or for the stuffed animals, you know. Neck pillows that look like a dog and a cat. Cute. Let's see. I always like this blanket. It's just so colorful. I don't know if it's done in strips or what. I haven't looked at the pattern close enough, but it just looks like it would be a fun, colorful blanket. And then there's pillows and things that go with it. Yeah, cool. There's water bottle holders. Oh, and there's stuff for like wheelchairs, like wheelchair totes, stuff like that. I mean, not wheelchair, but to put on, strap on a walker, I believe is what. Let me find it. Yeah, right here. That one right there, to like put it on a walker for somebody that uses a walker to carry their things around, you know. The walker that my mom is one of the ones that's got the seat in it, and there's a little compartment underneath the seat that she can put stuff in, so she don't necessarily need a tote connected to it. And then there's stuff for dogs. I mean, dogs and cats, you know. Beds and pet rugs and toys and things. Anyway, cute book. And like I said, I have made a few things in here. And then I had some marked that I wanted to make. Okay, next book is Zumigurumi number 5. I showed you a Zumigurumi book last week. And so yeah, here it is. It's one with the peacock on it. And I think the reason I got this one, yeah, was this one right here. Was the alligator right there. I did make that alligator. I had a friend. So I have a friend, and she had twins, a boy and a girl. And so when they were starting school or pre-K, the way that I don't know how they worked it in, but each child, according to the first letter of the child's first name, they had like an animal that was assigned to them. And so her twins, was a boy and a girl. The girl had the letter A for her starting her first name, and so hers was alligator. And so I made that for her, A for alligator. And then the boy's name starts with an L, and I'm not gonna say what they are, but the boy's name starts with an L, and so his was a lion. And so she wanted me to do an alligator and a lion, and so I did do those. I didn't get the lion out of here. I think I got it. I think I found a crochet pattern, like a tutorial for a lion here on YouTube. I think that's where I did that. They're like going to be, what, 10 years old now this year or something like that, I think. Oh my goodness. Are they that old? Maybe 9. Now I can't remember. Anyway, and then she had a third child, and his name starts with an H, a boy. You know, a few years later. And so I made Hippo for him, H for Hippo. Anyway, that's why I got this book. Mainly it was because of that. But look at this walrus. I didn't make him. I made a walrus for my grandson, but it was a different pattern. But look at that one. Isn't he cute? It's like a sailor. I think that is the cutest walrus. I think I found that pattern, or I saw that after I made the walrus that I made. So, you know, I used a different pattern. But yeah, I did do this. It's actually a crocodile, but oh well. I called it an alligator because I was having trouble finding a cute alligator. Anyway, look at the rhino. There's some cute amigurumis in here. Here's a puppy. That one's cute. There's a bull in here. Oh, and of course the peacock that's on the front page. Let's see. There's a bull in here. There's a mouse right there. Let's see. This one. Let me find a good picture of it. This Chloe. Oh, it's Chloe the cow. To me, it looks like a bull. Isn't that cute? And I always thought, oh, I should make that for my father-in-law because they have cows, but I never did. So yeah, they always have cute patterns, and it's a collection of designers. You know, there's different designers. You know, it's not all the same designer as far as the projects that are in the book. So anyway, cute book. Okay, so there is book number 2. Book number 3. Now this book, I saw this book from Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming. I think that's her channel. It's Laura. And she was doing some sort of thing where she would draw numbers, and then she was making hats. Okay. And so she had this book, and I thought, oh, that's a cool book. I got to get it. So I actually got it. I got the crochet version. I actually got the knitting version too. You know, and I'm not really a knitter, but I thought, oh, I'll have to get the knitting one too. It's this one. I love the book. So it's 10,000 crocheted hats. And what it is those, it's the ones that's got those split pages. You know, they're all separate. So you like pick the top of the hat pattern, and then you pick the middle of the hat, you know, whatever design you want, and then you pick the bottom brim of the hat, and they're all different patterns. So that's why it says 10,000, because you can change the pattern up and you know, make a all different combinations. And anyway, I haven't used the book at all because I'm really not that much of a hat maker. I know I make preemie hats, but I don't mind making those. But like adult size hats, I never know about the sizing and all that. So anyway, I just don't normally make hats. It's too hot down here in Texas anyway. But I just thought this was a cute book. Yeah, I love those split pages in there. That's just fun. And then the knitting version is just like it, you know, but it's knit. So it's by Emma Varnum. Yeah, got it off of Amazon. And like I said, I haven't made any of them. Here shows you on the back side, and you can kind of see the different combinations of hats. Look at the one with the flowers. That's cute. Anyway, so there's book number 3. One more book, and then I will show you Blast from the Past pattern. Okay, this one, this was back when I was doing, well, I guess maybe when I started doing corner-to-corner Graphghans, and you use pixel charts to follow for your corner-to-corner. Well, I saw this one, Pixel Crochet, and it's by Hannah, I don't know, M-E-U-R is how you spell her name. Don't know how that's pronounced. Anyway, it's just like separate charts of different things. There's a lion. So you can kind of design your own. Now what she did, like here's a fox right here. See the fox chart? Here's what it looks like. She did a square, crocheted a square for each one of those squares. There's no way I would do that. That's just entirely too many squares. My niece made a blanket that was that way. Maybe it was this one. It was a fox one, I think. And it was all those separate squares. But oh no, I couldn't do it. Anyway, there's a jellyfish. And the reason I got this book is because I thought, look at the sunglasses. Yeah. And look, what is that? Oh, it's that Instagram symbol thing, right? Here's a, we call them buggy vans, a Volkswagen van. We always called them buggy vans, my kids, because of the Volkswagen bug. Yeah. Anyway, so here's a guitar. And so they're like separate charts. Oh, and the butterfly, a mermaid. And I got this because I thought, oh, well, I could design, you know, corner to corner blankets. But using the charts in here, you know, maybe several of them together or something. So that's why I got this. I've never used it, but that's why I got it. They use some to make like pillows and stuff. But I thought it was a cool book. Okay, now time for Blast from the Past. This video is a long video, so I'm hoping that you have grabbed a project to work on. Okay, so Blast from the Past, it is another Fibercraft doll book or pattern. This one's Rebecca. And so Rebecca uses the porcelain look doll. It's a 11.5-inch tall fibercraft doll, and it's like a little girl size, you know. It's like the same height, I guess, as a Barbie doll, but it's a little girl, and so the body is thicker and, you know, it's bigger width-wise, I guess. Anyway, so this one is just like the other one I had that's called Elizabeth, and I showed you that one before. So I have made this, even put the little roses and all that. I think I might have just glued those on. I'm not sure, possibly. But yeah, that was a fun pattern. So that is Blast from the Past. It was back in the probably early 90s, maybe, when I was making these. I made this one. I made the Elizabeth one I showed you before. Okay, so that is another one of my just sentimental patterns. I just kept them because I enjoyed making those dolls back in the day. Can't find them. Sorry if that was abruptly cut off. I had to cough. Now my nose is red. Yeah, you can't find, I was thinking that you can't find these dolls. I mean, you can't find them in the store anymore. But Crocheting with Alana, she makes, if you watch her, you should. If you don't, I'll link her channel down below in the description box. She goes to thrift stores and different places, and she finds these vintage dolls, some even older than these, you know, and remakes them, you know, because she even has the patterns and stuff. Well, she inspired me. So I went on eBay and I was looking for the porcelain look doll to get one of these dolls so I could make one of these. And I found one. So I ordered it, and I haven't got it yet. But I'm going to make, I don't know, I may make Elizabeth because I don't like all these ribbons. I don't know if I want to do that. But I may make the other one I have. Elizabeth, the other one, possibly. One of them. Anyway, and so I'm excited to get it because it's just good memories, you know, and I used to make these dolls. And I'll just keep her in here somewhere. Maybe I'll put her up there somewhere or something. I don't know. But anyway, so it's coming. I'm excited. Also, there was a set of dolls. I don't know if they're clowns. They don't look like clowns because I don't normally really like clowns. But they're called Lollipop Lane, I think is what they were called. I don't know if they were, maybe they're fibercraft also. But it was like a head and hands set. And the hair would be kind of like a sugar bowl type haircut. You know what that is. And the hair was different colors, like purple and green and orange and white and, you know, different colors. Well, I found a set with the hands and the head. I think it's got white hair. But I went ahead and got it because the patterns are so cute. And so I ordered that because it's like, okay, I have to make at least one of those dolls. So I ordered that, and I was like, well, I need a pattern for it. And so I started looking for I think they're called Lollipop Lane. And it was like a set of dolls, kind of like strawberry shortcake dolls, okay? The names of them was like sweets, okay? And so the pattern I got, I thought was so cute. And actually it calls for the doll head that's got purple hair. This one's, the one I ordered's got white hairs. This is what I found on eBay. That didn't cost too much. And so, but the pattern I bought is called Grape Jelly, and it's got a bonnet on its head. It's so cute, and it's got like bloomers. It's so cute. So I'll try to, yeah, I'll take a screenshot of it, and I'll put the picture of that grape jelly, that pattern. I'll put it right here so you can see the one I ordered. And it's got the, like, they're not stocking leggings, I guess, and they're striped, and it's like all purple and white. But I think it's just so cute. It's so cute. And I wouldn't really call that a clown, I don't think, because clowns are kind of creepy-ish, you know. But those are cute. And so there's like a whole bunch of them, like blueberry muffin and cherry something, I don't know. And so anyway, the grape jelly one I really liked. So anyway, those will be upcoming projects when I get my hand back, you know, the way it the way it's supposed to be. Anyway, so that is upcoming. And oh my goodness, I've been talking so long. And now the timer says 36 minutes. I think that's it. So, what I was going to say is I've been wanting to straighten up the craft room. I've done a little bit. I need to do a little bit more. I think maybe I'll work on that tomorrow. I don't think I have, no appointments tomorrow. No babysitting tomorrow. So I think I'll do that. Because I ordered some drawers because I have a table on this side that's got my cutting mat on it. Of course, it's loaded down with stuff right now. But, it's just it's a folding table, just a plastic folding table. So I got this empty space. I mean, I've got stuff under that table, but I think that under that table would be more efficient if I had got, I was thinking of like some drawers, the like plastic drawer set that's on wheels. And I found one that I really liked and I ordered it. And so it should fit right underneath that table. And be some more storage in here. So I'm excited about that. And it's coming, I think it's coming tomorrow. Yay, yeah, it's coming tomorrow. So maybe I will film that, or at least I'll film, you know, the process of me getting it in there, or what it's looking like after. I'll film what I'm going to be putting in it, stuff like that. So anyway, that's upcoming. I'm excited for it to come tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to go. I hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. Things are looking up. I'm so glad with my hand. Yay. So, be looking for maybe some reviving of some crocheting soon, you know. We'll see how things go. I'm hoping good. She's probably going to tell me, oh, crocheting will be good therapy for it because it gets that thing moving. So I think probably that's what she will say. But I will go to my appointment and get things checked out and see what they think about it and all that. Okay. I'm going to go. Come back on, well, for sure on Friday, I will have Free Pattern Friday for you. And I'll do a video for that. I will also show you the little things that I've worked on, you know, the little diamond painting and things that I've worked on a little bit, you know, and I'll put that on to Friday's video. Now, Thursday, I'll probably be working in here tomorrow. I don't know if I'll film it and post it, or I'll film it and I'll see what I do with it, or when I post that video. But anyway, hope you're having a great Wednesday. Have a great evening. What's for dinner? Some pork steak that I am thawing out in there. And then I'll just throw some sort of sides with it. Okay, I'm going to go. Everybody, I hope you got a lot of work done on your projects you were working on while you were listening to me gab. So come back maybe tomorrow, probably not. Probably Friday, and definitely. And I'll see you then, okay, in the next video. Bye.